This page on Paluco. This is my week 4 Linux project. In this project, we will demonstrate Linux file system, navigation, file management, file searching, user and a group management, file ownership, and a file permission. So we're gonna go step by step. We're gonna use boot server. It's gonna be the good option. And then let open my VirtualBox. I got a lot of machines inside, but we're not gonna worry about this. We're gonna click on this one, Ubuntu server that start. I like to give it a couple minutes, and then if you have a water, coffee, make sure you drink it. I got my water here. I don't want to be thirsty. All right, let's go. All right, so we're in the logging right now. So logging, let me put my name first, Pedro. That's my name. For you guys that don't know my name, it's Pedro. And then the password, let me type a password quick. All right, so after verify my information, I already put my username, and then I have my login, and password as well. So right now I'm inside of the computer. So what we're gonna do first, we want to know the directory navigation. So the directory navigation, we will type pwd and enter. When you type pwa enter, this command display the current working directory. So I'm currently in my home directory. So what is the home directory? The home is Pedro, okay? And now when we run, let's do mk, because we want to create a folder, right? We use this command to create a folder. The folder will be week 4. Let's do week 4 project. Project. I think I already have a week 4 project, so make this with double S the end, like this one works, right? Okay, and then press enter, and then after that, because that's the command we create. So right now I create this folder, so I want to make sure that this folder is inside. So let's run this command, which is ls, and then we press enter. So once we press enter, so you can see this command list the content of the current directory. So you will see all the folder is in the computer. So if you can take a look right here, you will see I have a week 4 project, and then the week 4 projects that we add s at the end, because I already had that one. So I think the idea to add one s is gonna, it's gonna help us to identify which folder we're working on. So the next thing we're gonna do, we want to go directly to the folder that we want to work on, and the command that we use to go to the folder that we work is a cd, and then we type week 4 project. Don't forget s, click on s, and then press enter. So when we use this command, what this command says, so the command cd command change the directory. So directly right now we are inside of the week 4 projects, right? That one, it has s. All right, and then I want to confirm exactly where are we right now. So the command we're gonna use will be pwd. We click on that one, you can see, so we are in a home page, and then we have a week 4 projects. That's where we are exactly, and then that's where we want to be now, because we already have a folder. So we want to create a file. So we want to make a file management. The file management will be touch, and then let's do file 1, and okay, and then we press enter. Once you press enter, this command touch commands create a new empty file. So right now we create a new empty file, right? That's the new empty file. So I want to make sure, I have to double check. I have to make sure that the file is in type. Let's do ls and then see where we are. You can see right now we have that file. So that means say we already created the file, the empty file. And then I want to run another command. That command is to copy the file. I want to duplicate them. I want to make them 2, and then that will be cp file, and I'll press 1, that's the file. Actually that's the empty file. So what I want to do, I want to copy that file, and then I will give it like say copy 1. Okay, and then you press enter. So once we press enter, I want to double check to make sure that I have that file before I go forward. And then all right, so you can see we have a copy and then we have a file. That's correct, we have them. And then we want to move. I call this command move or rename the file names. So we will make mv, which is a move, and then let's do copy, because that's the file copy. We have copy one. So we have a copy one. We want to move it. We want to rename it. So the name right now is a copy one, but we want to rename it. Move. Let's do move one. We'll see what we're gonna have. Move one. Enter. Let's make sure what we have. Click on that one. You can see we have a file one that we created, and then remember we copied that file. So right now we just rename it, so it's not copy anymore. Right now it's a move one. Okay, it was just to make sure that we understand, and then how we can duplicate the file, and then how we can rename the file too. It's really important to know that. So right now I want to remove the file that is right there. That's the file that we want to delete. That file. What we gonna do? So we're gonna press like we're gonna use rm, which is a remove, and then will be d1. That's the file that we have, and then you press enter. But make sure what we're gonna see. Click on that one. You see it disappear. It's not there anymore. In that stage, we know how to create a file, a folder first, and then how to create a file, empty file inside of the folder, and then how we can duplicate and make them two, and then how you can rename it, and then how you can remove it. So we already removed that. So we go back to, we have file one left. That's the original one. That's what we made first. Okay, so let's go to file search. We're gonna do which all. So the comment which all comment shows the location of any executable comment. So we want to see, like, click on it so you can see what we have there, and then we're gonna use the second one. I think it's gonna be where's all. Let's do where else all. So the comment where's all comment shows the location of the binary. So it's gonna shows us the location of the binary and sources file and the manual pages. All right, so you can see here we already know what is the resource of this file. This file come from week4 projects. That's where that's the source where the file comes from. And then we're gonna do font space that, and then let's do name, and then you put this t1 x1 slash this one that txt, and then you press enter. So when we press enter, this comment that we use, the font comment searches for a file. So we were looking for a file, like this example search for all text file in the current directory. So we look for all of the files in this folder, in this directory, and then it's only one, because remember we already delete that what we had. So right now we have only one file, the empty file is inside. And then we're gonna use user and a group management. So if we want to use a user, we want to know who is a user, and then a group management. So let's do home, and then you click enter. You can see who am I. It's Pedro. You ask, what is my name? It's Pedro. So my name is Pedro right there. And then that shows you, so the home I comment display the current logging in a user who's logging this computer, who's belong this computer. This is mine, it's Pedro. And then if your name is Mike, so you're gonna have Mike. Okay, on the group management, so we're gonna use the ID, but ID comment shows that they use a ID or group ID and a group membership. Let's do it. ID, and then press enter. So you can see all of the information is inside. So in this information, so you can see in this information, you can see the user ID, group ID, and then group memberships. Let's do groups. All right, so this comment, the comment group. So if you click on we press enter in the comment group. So the comment group displays the group associated with the current user. So it's gonna show directly the current user, what we have right there. And then let's go to the number 6. I think number 6 was the ownership. We want to know ownership. Let's press SL and L, enter. So right now you can see the ownership. So you can see all of the ownership we have. You can see what we have there, like for the ownership. So this comment that I use, comment display file ownership and a permission. So it's gonna give a permission to see. Let's do sudo Pedro. Let's do Pedro file 1. Pedro file 1. So the comment that we do sudo comment change file ownership. This is for change ownership. So you can see as for password, let me use my password. That's a password. Press enter. So we in. So we're gonna do we're gonna do the other one. Ob do sudo gp, and then we say Pedro. All right, 1 x, you press enter. So the comment that we use right now change the group of the ownership. So we change the group of ownership of a file, right? So let's give right now a permission. We want to run something for permission right now. We do touch taste. That's for permission. Press enters. You can see what we have, because once we press this and then they do the other one too, it'll be ls /l and then test / we press enter. So you can see this file currently has a default permission. It doesn't give a permission. You can see right now it say no such a file or directory. You can see it. Okay, let's run this. See, we do 70 55 test enter, and then you can see you can see the U-boot information. So because the home comment change a file permission, so permission 755 gives the owner rates. We're gonna use the 64. Sorry. Person. So the comment that we're using now, permission 144, give us the owner, the red, the permission. So while the group and the other read permission. So and then let's do, and that we use right now. Let's do what else? test. We're gonna test that one. So you can see there is nothing. So the permission, the command that we use, permission 644, give us the on a read and a write a permission. So while the group and all the receive, read only permission. So let's go right now to the Linux file system. The Linux file system, we press 3. So press 1, enter. So you can see how it works right now. So this command display the top level Linux system. So this command, you can see how command is display the top level Linux file system in structure. That's the I think that's it. That's the